So in today's video, I'll be talking about bringing your family to Czech Republic. Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Bola Harrison, and as always, thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for liking my videos, sharing my videos, and thank you for subscribing. Like, it means a lot to me that you took your time to engage my post and to subscribe to my YouTube channel. To my new subscribers, existing subscribers, and to those who are watching this video per chance, you're welcome to my YouTube channel where I talk about education, traveling abroad to study, lifestyle, vlogging, faith, generally. So in today's video, I'll be talking about bringing your family to Czech Republic, either as a student, as an employee in Czech Republic, or as a permanent resident in Czech Republic, how you can bring your spouse and your children down to Czech Republic to join you. This process is known as the family reunification process, and you get the visa to join your family with or through the family reunification visa. So not the Schengen visa. Unless you're going to visit your partner in Czech Republic, then you get a Schengen visa. But if you want to migrate to join your partner who is in the Czech Republic, then you have to apply for family reunification visa. Now, how do you do this, or what do you need for this? Number one, you need a partner who is in the Czech Republic to apply for this for you, or to send you an invitation, or to initiate the process in Czech Republic. There are two things involved. Your partner, probably the male or female, your partner must be living in the Czech Republic, must have a valid long-term visa or permanent residence to stay in the Czech Republic. And you guys have to be married, obviously. Proof of relationship. Now, this, like I said, there are two things. Aside from the partner being in Czech Republic, the second part of it is that you must have been married before your partner entered Czech Republic, for married couples. Now, the reunification is not for you to bring your mother or your sisters. Reunification is for your legally married partner and any children you have who are minors. Now, any children below the age of 18 can come with you under family reunification visa, but they must be unmarried. So if you have a 16-year-old, 17-year-old, 18-year-old who is married, they cannot count, or they do not count as your dependent anymore for Czech visa. So it has to be your legally married spouse and your children who are 18 and below. Now, what are the documents you need, and how do you go about applying for the family reunification? How do you bring your family to Czech Republic? I will talk about this in a bit, but first, hit that subscribe button, keep watching, enjoy. So how do you go about this? The first thing is your partner who you are joining in Czech Republic must have resided in Czech Republic for at least 15 months. If he or she is on a long-term visa or a permanent resident visa, or as a permanent resident in Czech Republic. But if the person you are joining, who is your partner, has an employee card, then he or she must have resided in Czech Republic for at least 6 months prior to initiating the reunification process for you and your children, or for you to join them in Czech Republic. Number two, the second thing you need is your travel document, your international passport, or any recognized travel identity or travel document that your government recognizes where you are currently residing. Number three is that you need proof of accommodation. Accommodation is really, really important for Czech Republic. Like, accommodation is a big deal. You must have, not just have a hotel. If they don't want hotel for like the main time, they want like an apartment, a house, a building where you have signed a contract with a landlord that you'll be living in the Czech Republic at so and so address. So that's really important. And as a student, you can't bring your wife and children into a school dormitory. You can't bring your wife into a dormitory. You can't bring your husband into a dormitory. It has to be a standard living apartment or building or house that a couple, or a couple with children, or a family can stay. Number four, it's proof of finance. Now, if you are an employee in Czech Republic and probably your employer is financing the reunification process, then the employer gives you a document to show the embassy that your family will be taken care of. If your employer is covering half, then you are the employee or student or whatever you're doing covers the remaining one. And if your employer is not covering that, or your organization is not covering that, then you have to show that there is a means of subsistence for every family member that is joining you. So currently it's around 4,860 Czech crowns per month per person. Then I think for children or 15 years old, it's around 4,040 Czech crowns per person, per individual. So the list goes downwards like that, like 4,860 maybe for the main spouse. Then for children, it reduces per month. Now, another thing you need is marriage. Marriage is really important, or let me say proof of relationship. So you have to show that this person is legally married to you, or you have an existing relationship prior to your partner entering the Czech Republic. So it is not that we got married while in the Czech Republic, or I'm his girlfriend, or he's my boyfriend. You have to show proof of relationship that we got married or we got engaged. Really, married is better because I know what is stated there is marriage, legally married spouse, so that your spouse, your partner, your wife, your husband, you are legally married before he or she enter the Czech Republic. That's one way to show how valid your relationship is. I would assume that this document also has to be a government issued document, like everything with Czech Republic is government issued. Your medicals, your police character. So definitely this also has to be a government issued document. So not from the church, not from the mosques. It has to be a court issued wedding certificate between you and your spouse who is residing in Czech Republic. So when you're making this application, you need one passport photograph of the applicant, and if you have children, for every form you fill, one passport photograph. You need your marriage certificate, and mind you, you would also legalize this marriage certificate at the Czech embassy when you are doing your super legalization. You will legalize the marriage certificate, and for every child you are taking with you, you have to show, their birth certificate and all of that. And if a minor is applying for this reunification, if your parents or your mom or your dad or your someone is in Czech Republic and you're going over to join them as a minor, you need to have parental consent also attached to your application. I just need to say that the minor needs to have parental consent. Now, if the minor is going with the mother or the father, then obviously it's going to be sorted out. But your marriage certificate has to be super legalized at the Czech embassy, which means you legalize it first at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, then you super legalize it at the Czech embassy and submit it along with your other documents. Your police character certificate, this is very important. Your medical certificate, also very important, government issued. The medical certificate would be legalized but not super legalized at the embassy. The police character would be legalized at the foreign affairs and super legalized at the embassy. And your police character and medicals will also be translated as well. Another thing when you're applying for the family reunification visa here is that the number of years that your partner has to stay in the Czech Republic is what will also be issued for you. So if your partner got a 1 year visa to enter the Czech Republic, you also be given 1 year. Minimum they give is 1 year. If your partner has a 5 years residency permit or 3 years or 2 years, you will also be given 2 years. But minimum for those who are coming in as a maybe a spouse of an employed person in Czech Republic is 2 years. You'll be given at least 2 years. Then, if your partner already has a permanent residency in Czech Republic, you'll be given 2 years minimum. But otherwise, if your partner has 5 years or 4 years, you'll be given 5 or 4 years. But if at all anything happens, you'll be given 2 years as the spouse of a partner who has a permanent or who holds a permanent residency in Czech Republic. One thing I want to say is that remember, for Czech Republic, you can't bring your family immediately with you when you are traveling. I've said this over and over again. If you are planning to go to Czech Republic as a married person, just have it in mind that you either wait 15 months or 6 months, depending on what visa your partner is on and the purpose of their stay in Czech Republic. So another thing is that the duration, how long does it take to get this visa? If your partner is holding a long-term or a permanent resident card, then it's 270 days. If your partner is holding, how do I say it, an EU blue card, then it's 180 days, which is 6 months. So give or take, maximum is 6 months. Then give or take, maximum for the first one is 9 months, but you can get it earlier before then. So this is everything you need to do to join your partner. And don't forget, the application fee is around about €100. So you need your passport, your marriage certificate, the your partner's how do I say it? Proof of being in Czech Republic, like what kind of visa your partner is on, their probably their admission letter and their visa data page. And you need your travel document, proof of accommodation, proof of finance. You need to also have parental consent if it's a minor. You also need your medical certificates, your criminal record certificates. You need to legalize them and translate them as well. You also have to go through an appointment process. So you can't just say you are booking online. You also have to do the same way you would book for employment, Schengen, and the rest of them. You have to apply for appointment at the Czech embassy and have all your documents intact. I'm just going to say this again. If you're a student or if you're a worker, you must be able to have proof of a substantial amount, which means you must have an employment contract, either wherever you're working, that shows you are earning a certain amount of money. So you can't just say because you've been in Czech Republic for 15 months as a student or 6 months, you just apply. No, you have to have, you need to have a job or an employment contract that states the amount you earn. And then you also need your tax payment slips and every other thing that concerns your earning in Czech Republic. So that way you are sure that you are not owing the Ministry of Interior anything. So don't forget to like this video, give this video a thumbs up, don't forget to share, and lastly, please subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you and bye bye.